Hello everyone. Last week I talked about how to unblock our creative flow. So I thought this week would be all about how to step into that creative flow. I'm going to talk about what is the flow, how can we be in the flow, how do we know we are in it, what does it feel like, how to actually step into it, and what can actually take us out of it. And then at the end, I will give 4 key points to how to get into it, because with awareness, we need to pair some actionable steps to put that into practice. What is the flow? The flow is when we are fully focused, freely being ourselves, and we are totally immersed in the present moment. That means we are free from the past and we are free from the future thoughts and worries. It doesn't matter what you are doing. You can be creating, you can be dancing, you can be doing dishes, you can be waxing your surfboard. But when we are doing something, we are just channeling that spirit of life itself without thinking too much, right? Remember, because thinking too much can kind of block that flow. So we are that free-flowing river. Since life is a creative force, we are an embodiment of that spirit. I read in a book once, we are all a single note, and once we are born into this world, it is adding another sound into this cosmic harmony, or no, cosmic symphony. I thought that was really beautiful because it's like we're all needed, and to be here together, flowing together in a way that creates harmony. So I thought that was really beautiful. We can get into the flow no matter what we are doing. Anything that we do is an opportunity for stepping into the flow. How do we know we are actually in it? Like, what does it feel like to be in the flow? Well, it feels like we are a train and nothing is going to stop us, kind of, right? Or it can feel like we're just floating down a river. It's just very easy, right? You lose a sense of time, right? Well, because time doesn't exist. And so when we're not in our heads too much about, oh, we got to be here, we got to be there, you can feel all of a sudden the day has passed or 4 hours have passed, and you're like, whoa, I was just like painting and I gotta eat again already? Like, what? I just ate like 5 minutes ago, but apparently that was 4 hours ago. So you kind of lose sense of time. And then when you're really not in the flow and things are kind of being forced and not flowing, you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, why is time going by so slow? It's like time feels like it's dragging, right? How can we get into the flow? Well, we need to be in a comfortable and safe environment, and that means like within ourselves and then externally feeling, safe to kind of open up and just be or do what we need to do and not think too much about what's going on outside of us. Being in the flow state means that we are opening ourselves up, kind of like a blossoming flower. How can we get into the creative flow? So there's a flow state where you're doing whatever you're doing and it's just flowing very easily. The creative flow is now, how can we be in that flow state and then also be receiving creative ideas, very free flowing and not like analyzing them too much or being too critical about them so much that it stops them from coming through and kind of building. Because when we are in that creative flow, we get ideas and then one builds on another and another and another. How do we get into it? Well, Similar to unblocking it, we just use our awareness, which seems to be the magical key to really making any change in life. Since our awareness is presence, when we are fully present, we have heightened senses. Life feels vivid. It's so clear. It's psychedelic. It really is. When we have that full presence, we are connected to ourselves, our true selves, and therefore we are also connected to our spirit guiding us from within, our intuition. The more aware we are, the clearer and stronger our intuition is, our hunch, our gut, whichever way you want to call it and label it. It's that inner guidance. We open ourselves up to allowing our inspirations to flow through our heart and mind and then out of us easily. We are more able to feel the weight of that inspiration. We can feel the truth of that idea. Maybe the truth of the idea is that it will bring us happiness, joy, peace, or maybe it can do that for someone else, or maybe it can do it for the world. The more we are connected to these inspirations of truth, I guess, those are our highest guidance, and it can lead us to our purpose and our talents, and that is our service to the world, and that is how we can give back. And when we find our talents or gifts, it's something that we really enjoy and that we can do over and over and over, and we can step into that creative flow while doing it, and it's like we almost just never want to get out of it. And that's the gift that life gave to us. We can conclude that if we are more in the flow state, then we can actually receive more of these higher ideas, feel more deeply connected with them and to our own lives, and just the flow of life itself. When we receive an inspiration and we can feel that weight of it, then that's when we want to take action to make it come to life and for it to bear its fruit, I guess. So you can think of the inspiration like receiving a seed, and we're like, wow, this is a beautiful seed. I can't wait to see what it turns into. Let me plant it into this world, and I will water it with my love, my passion. I will water it with time, dedication, commitment, consistency, and you'll see it grow in time, and then it will blossom however it does. Here are 4 steps we can do to take action to get into the flow. Step number 1, set a schedule for being creative. Stick to the same time every day if you can, and it'll become a habit, and soon enough you'll feel that you'll need that time for yourself. Step number 2, do that project you've always wanted to do. Find that idea you've been meaning to express for yourself. So it's like that seed that you received, but you just kind of set it to the side and you're like, I'll water you later because I got other seeds to work on. But you know that seed is a super beautiful flower that will blossom, and you're just like, I need to find the water for that. So take that idea out and give it some love. Don't make it for anyone else but yourself. When we do that, we are not really setting expectations. When we make things just for us, we're free to do whatever we want, and we can just do it to make ourselves happy. Number 3, be consistent and commit. This is the water and sunlight to our seed of creativity. Number 4, last one, is to have fun. What's the point of doing anything if we're not having fun? I really feel that. Be free and play like a child. Enjoy the process and remember to have that positive anticipation. Positive anticipation. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am just taking it baby step by baby step and one creative inspiration at a time as it comes to me, free-flowingly. Thanks for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this painting, this is a personalized surf painting, custom surf paintings that I do for friends, family, anybody. If you would like one of these paintings of a picture of you, a friend, whoever, your favorite surfer, please contact me. I'll put my email in the info below. Next video, I'll be talking about how art is a practice of self-empowerment, self-expression, and self-discovery.